Hello everyone, this is Creature, and welcome to my Creatures of Sonaria video. Alright, let's talk about Sylvesqual. Yeah, that weird three-headed bird thing you've probably seen once or twice in the wild and immediately thought, what even is that? Well, turns out, Sylvesqual is one of the most criminally underrated creatures in Creatures of Sonaria. Like, the amount of people who laugh at the idea of using this thing seriously in PvP? Ridiculous. Because when you actually dig into what Sylvesqual can do, it's kind of insane. So, let's break it down. What makes this creature so good, where it struggles, and how you can actually make it work for you. Before we begin, please comment down below which creature you'd like me to cover next, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. First off, let's start with one of Sylvesqual's biggest flexes, Keen Observer. This passive lets you see other players' health bars. Simple, right? But super powerful. You can tell exactly when your opponent's on the ropes or when it's time to back off before you get flattened. Usually, Keen Observer is stuck on support or weak utility creatures. But Sylvesqual? It's packing 350 base damage, solid HP, and pretty good weight for how mobile it is. That combo alone makes it way more dangerous than people give it credit for. But here's where it gets really nasty. Status effects. Sylvesqual's bite inflicts 4 different kinds of them. You get burn, frostbite, poison, and necropoison. 1.5 stacks each. That's basically an all-you-can-eat buffet of debuffs. You'll be watching your enemies lose health, stamina, bite speed, and eventually, even control of their own movement. Oh, and that's not all. Its Haunt Breath adds shock into the mix. Great for confusing ground creatures or knocking flying enemies out of the sky. And if that wasn't enough chaos for you, Sylvesqual also brings a packed tool belt of active abilities. Frost Nova, which debuffs enemies just for being near you. Cursed Sigil, which slaps random but strong effects on anyone it hits. And Healing Pulse, which is like an on-demand quick recovery button for when things get rough. Oh, and did I mention? It's immune to poison and highly resistant to necropoison. But of course, there's a catch. Sylvesqual does have one massive weakness: stamina. You get a total of 30 stamina. That's it. And that might not sound bad until you realize that taking off costs 15 stamina. Half your entire bar. Gone. That's brutal. So yeah, once you're in the air, flying feels good. Especially given your insane 3.5 stamina per second glide regen. But getting off the ground? That's the struggle. And while its health regeneration potential is great, Sylvesqual can't achieve bleed immunity, which means if someone's constantly on you, healing mid-fight is pretty much a fantasy. It's also got slight weaknesses to burn and injury. And that long, elegant body? Let's just say it's not doing you any favors in combat. It's slow on the ground, easy to hit, and if someone with Wing Shredder grounds you, your big fancy bird suddenly turns into a very stylish punching bag. It also has pretty bad night vision. Most players don't mind, but for flyers, this means giving your opponent the ability to retreat into the safety of night and reset for free. Not cool. Alright, so how do you actually build this thing to make it usable? I'd recommend going with Gentle Elder. It gives you more stamina, which you desperately need, and boosts your health regen, which pairs perfectly with Healing Pulse. You don't get the damage buff from powerful Elder, but honestly, Sylvesqual's base damage is already solid. For traits, you've got options: damage, weight, max stamina, or speed. All of them work. Damage gives you better burst, weight makes you tankier, max stamina helps fix your biggest issue, and speed makes you less of a flying target. In this video, I'm using a damage-focused damage plus weight setup. It's what feels right for me, but do keep in mind that this is a personal preference and might not be what works best for you. Now, plushies, listen carefully because this is huge. You need a horned beetlefly plushie. It cuts your takeoff cost in half. Normally that's nice, but for Sylvesqual, that's game-changing. You'll only spend 25% of your stamina bar instead of 50%. that can and will mean the difference between escaping unscathed and crash landing into your death. If you're feeling comfy with just one horned beetlefly plushie, the second slot could fit a cat plushie, which adds bleed, one of the few status effects Sylvesqual doesn't already have, or an owl plushie, which fixes your awful night vision. So yeah, Sylvesqual's weird, and it's not easy to master, but once you figure out how to play around its weaknesses, especially that tiny stamina pool, it becomes this terrifying, flying debuff machine that can wear down enemies over time and punish anyone who underestimates it. It's one of those creatures that rewards patience, timing, and a little bit of creativity. And honestly, with how few people actually know about how strong it is, it feels great to use knowing that it will probably never get nerfed. So give Sylvesqual a try. Be the player who turns the underrated meme bird into a PvP powerhouse. Thank you for watching, and hey, if you learned something new today, subscribe for more Creatures of Sonaria guides, and maybe drop a like, because Sylvesqual definitely deserves a little love.